The World Health Organization defines health as a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Exercise is well known to benefit one's health. However, exercise alone is not enough to be truly healthy and achieve optimal well-being. Aspects of health that are often overlooked or sidelined such as nutrition, sleep, and social, mental, emotional, intellectual and environmental well-being are all equally crucial to being healthy. Raising awareness of the importance of all dimensions of well-being and educating young people on ways to care for their well-being in all areas is essential to their lifelong health. Well-Being Warriors is designed to make young people realize how important their health is and instill a long-term commitment in learners to look after their health. There is a general trend across Europe that young people with disabilities or disadvantages experience worse health and well-being than non-disabled or disadvantaged young people. Therefore, the fact that Well-Being Warriors is inclusive is particularly important as it makes the learning accessible to all children and can reach young people who are often excluded from learning about ways to look after their well-being. Recent data shows that children and young people across Europe are not meeting the recommended health and physical activity guidelines, and are suffering in all areas of their well-being. Trends show that these statistics often get worse as they get older. Therefore, it is vital to raise awareness of the importance of looking after all areas of well-being at a young age. Did you know that in recent years only 1 in 4 11-year-olds and 1 in 7 15-year-olds in the EU reported engaging in moderate to vigorous exercise for at least an hour each day? Physical activity also falls sharply between ages 11 to 15 in most EU countries for both genders and continues to do so as young people get older. Did you also know that 9 million adolescents in Europe aged 10 to 19 are living with mental disorders, with anxiety and depression accounting for more than half of all cases? Children and adolescents who have lived through the lockdowns as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic will have missed out on normal developmental opportunities during isolation. Data from across Europe confirms that children and young people are currently experiencing multiple well-being issues. To be truly healthy and happy, you must consider and look after all areas of well-being, including nutrition, sleep, and physical, mental, social, emotional, intellectual, and environmental well-being. This approach to health is embedded in Well-Being Warriors. It is crucial to understand that all areas of your well-being impact and strongly influence each other. It is not enough to invest in looking after one area of your well-being alone. For example, if you are exercising every day and meeting the recommended exercise guidelines but are not sleeping, you are still likely to have poor health. It will be much more difficult for your body to process the positive impacts of exercise like muscle growth, repair and cognitive function which take place when you are sleeping if you have insufficient sleep, and you will lose a lot of the benefits of exercising. Sleep is important for growth, cognitive development, immune response and weight maintenance, to name just a few of the purposes of sleeping. According to a 2020 report by the World Health Organization, 1 in 4 children do not get enough sleep. This means that a quarter of children are at risk of being overweight, being more susceptible to illnesses, developing mental health issues, and not reaching their academic potential. There is a direct link between having good health and having good intellectual well-being. Trends and data show that good intellectual well-being is likely to result in better health. Learning new things and challenging your brain is often likely to lead to greater resilience and greater clarity when decision-making. This means people are more likely to make healthy and positive decisions when they are thinking critically and developing cognitively. Have I convinced you yet that all areas of our well-being must be invested in and managed in order to be truly healthy and happy? Let's look at some other examples. Health is likely to be negatively impacted if people, especially children, do not have good social well-being and lack connection to other people in their community. Recent studies from the National Library of Medicine on the impacts of social isolation on child and adolescent development reveal the strong association between social isolation and anxiety and depression. Social isolation produces high cortisol levels and impedes vital stages of cognitive development. If feelings of anxiety and depression persist, our immune systems become weakened and we are less likely to exercise and look after our bodies. Therefore, we are more likely to become ill. Emotional well-being is closely linked to social well-being. The extent to which we can manage stress and our response to uncontrollable factors in our lives is part of our emotional well-being. Being stressed or distressed can take a serious toll on our health, putting strain on our hearts and increasing blood pressure. Stress can even lower our body's immune systems, making it harder to fight off illnesses. Someone may have a fulfilling social life, exercise and get enough sleep, but if they do not look after the other areas of their well-being, such as their diet, they will still not be healthy. Having a poor diet that mostly consists of foods that are high in sugar and not eating a variety of nutrients, means that their physical, mental and even social well-being will be negatively impacted. It is well known that diet and nutrition are essential to having good health. If you go to the gym or exercise but are not eating enough protein or calcium, you are not supporting your body to grow and strengthen your muscles, bones and joints. This may even lead to an increased likelihood of injury. Similarly, if you are deficient in certain vitamins, you can develop issues such as a loss of concentration, memory loss and a lack of energy. People who are malnourished will find socializing much harder as they struggle to engage in conversation and are more likely to be irritable due to poor cognitive function. It is important for everyone to eat a varied diet to stabilize and improve mood, too. A varied diet means that you have better gut health, which benefits you both mentally and physically, and drastically strengthens your immune system. Even missing out on certain vitamins will impede your sleep. Environmental well-being is also key to our health, and can often be overlooked. Environmental well-being relates to many things, including the positive impact that spending time in nature, looking after your surroundings and practicing basic hygiene has. What kind of environment we are in and have access to has a great impact on our mental health and emotional well-being, especially. Doing activities outdoors and in green spaces like sports and gardening are proven to reduce stress and help your mind to relax. As the learners discovered during Wellbeing Warriors, when we do activities like gardening, growing food, taking care of animals and participating in environmentally sustainable activities like litter picking, we feel better about ourselves. Feeling like you belong to a community and are contributing something positive to society improves feelings of self-worth and satisfaction. Additionally, the more aware we are of our environment and the more we take pride in it, the more likely we are to be healthy. Being tidy and practicing basic hygiene is crucial to remaining healthy as it minimizes the chances of illness and the spread of disease. Being conscious of our environmental well-being means we can look after ourselves and each other. Wellbeing Warriors will help learners to realize the importance of all dimensions of well-being in relation to their health and support them in identifying ways that they can improve their well-being in all areas. It is clear that in order to be truly healthy and happy, young people must take a holistic approach to improve their health and well-being. There's potential for children across Europe to be so much happier and healthier. You can be fundamental in contributing to changing these shocking statistics for the better. The lack of health education in European curricula has a lasting negative impact on the future health and well-being of generations of young people. It is vital that all children have access to inclusive health-enhancing physical activity as well as inclusive health education to enhance their lifelong health and well-being. During Wellbeing Warriors, learners can participate in inclusive martial arts as part of the health-enhancing physical activity embedded in the course. If you want to learn how to do other inclusive physical activities with the learners, watch the next video, which explains how you can adapt any physical activity to be inclusive. We have chosen martial arts as the health-enhancing physical activity in Wellbeing Warriors because of the many proven biopsychosocial benefits that are experienced as a result of practicing martial arts. This means that martial arts have physical and biological benefits, as well as psychological and social ones. Martial arts is a form of exercise that enhances and supports the holistic approach to health that is embedded in Wellbeing Warriors. Some of the physical benefits of practicing inclusive martial arts are pretty obvious. Participating in martial arts has the same common physical benefits that participating in any exercise has, which are laid out in the course. In Wellbeing Warriors, learners practice inclusive martial arts as aerobic exercise and muscle-building activity. Learners will strengthen their muscles, bones and joints, as well as improve their aerobic capacity. Martial arts are uniquely beneficial for improving flexibility, agility, balance, mobility, power and control. These are all important skills for young learners to practice for their stage of development. Let's take a look at some of the psychological outcomes of practicing martial arts. Martial arts are proven to positively influence psychological well-being by providing an increased ability to deal with stress and anxiety. This could better equip anyone struggling socially to participate in different social contexts and help improve any behavioral issues amongst learners with psychological disabilities. A study published in the Journal of Child and Family Studies on using martial arts to address self-regulation challenges in youth with learning disabilities showed that martial arts practice led to greater calmness and decreased behavioral issues amongst people with Asperger's syndrome and ADHD in particular. Traditional martial arts also incorporate repetitive and meditative elements that have been shown to maintain mental and emotional health. One such element is kata, which is a detailed choreographed sequence of martial arts movements that can be considered a form of meditation. Repetitive exercises such as these can develop self-efficacy and self-regulation and an increased ability to cope with societal and general responsibilities. These effects are likely to improve mental health amongst learners and are also likely to inspire learners to engage more in social contexts with their newfound self-efficacy. Additionally, martial arts are a fantastic natural way to alleviate symptoms of trauma. Research from the Journal of Pedagogic Development taken from the chapter, "The Benefits of Using Traditional Martial Arts as an Intervention Program for Children with Behavioral, Emotional and Social Difficulties" shows that people, particularly children, who train in martial arts enjoy a vast improvement in their psychological health, especially in the way they cope with stress and anxiety. Boosting self-esteem, redirecting feelings of powerlessness and alleviating stress from the body, are consequential. Martial arts are unique as they require practitioners to develop both their bodies and their minds, which is perfect for embodying a holistic approach to health and well-being. A systematic review of the effects of martial arts on health status in the Journal of Evidence-Based Medicine reinforces the concept of martial arts as a health-enhancing physical activity for this reason. The review states that martial arts differ from most other sports and physical activities, which usually focus purely on physical training, because of the psychological development that occurs as a result of martial arts training. 2. By practicing martial arts, you receive all the benefits of physical activity, whilst also embodying a philosophy that drives empowerment and better overall well-being. What about the social benefits of practicing martial arts? Are there any? The philosophy that underpins traditional martial arts is based on the 7 virtues of Bushido, and includes the following virtues: right behavior, integrity, and honesty, benevolence and compassion, determination, sincerity, right action, and responsibility. These are all important virtues that will encourage young learners to be better citizens and will help them to manage their health and well-being across all areas. Participating in inclusive martial arts provides an opportunity for all learners to form meaningful relationships and positive social connections in their community. Participants of all ages, backgrounds and abilities take part in sessions of non-contact inclusive martial arts side by side so that everyone can benefit from the same feelings of empowerment and achievement, together. This will lead to improved confidence and self-esteem. Naturally, this will facilitate better social connections. Sessions can inspire conversation about the well-being issues participants have, or continue to face, and how intervention strategies to manage these issues could help. This could even bring about change in their community as people learn from one another and support each other to look after their well-being in different ways. Developing stronger inclusive support networks and expanding physical and mental strength armors practitioners with long-lasting tools for empowerment and better well-being. One of the major similarities between martial arts and well-being warriors is the concept of self-development. They both promote a lifelong journey of improving health and well-being beyond just the physical, but in all areas. This is the best way learners can understand, master and achieve great health. Next, click on Video 3 called Inclusive Delivery, Concept and Practice of Inclusive Digital Facilitation to learn about the ways you can adapt any physical activity to be inclusive.